Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video. The Haven Commonwealth got knocked back into the Stone Age. Not quite, but they definitely lost a lot of space. The Derp Coalition gave them the cosmic slap. But they're hanging on though, and lately we've been able to expand a little bit more, mainly by building frontier outposts, but I have identified another Gaia world that I'm going to try to colonize. But first I will need to build a fleet and clear out some crystalline entities. We have some space there well within the Derp Coalition space, so we'll have to see what comes of that eventually. This planet is within my space, and it's a tomb world. I finally got the technology to be able to terraform a tomb world, but unfortunately it will cost 6,700 energy credits to turn it into a continental world. So I'm going to hold off on that for now. Meanwhile, in the core system, this is the system that's within the Derp Coalition space. There is a planet I could terraform, but it has an anomaly, and so it tells me I can't terraform it while it has an anomaly. So I think, well, okay, I'll build a spaceport. But I am very low on minerals at the moment, partly because I'm trying to build a fleet to go take on those crystalline entities. So I go into my contact list and I contact my friendly Commerce Exchange spaceport, friendly aliens who are merchants, and I buy 1,000 minerals for 2,000 energy credits. And then I go back and start construction on the spaceport at Core Prime. I just want to be able to build a science ship and investigate that anomaly. Suddenly we get some new communications established. The Curator Alpha Enclave. Something I haven't seen before. And so these are the Curators. It's another spaceport, but it's a different type of spaceport, and these aliens are dedicated to the preservation of all knowledge in an effort to safeguard the galaxy from descending into a dark age of mass extinctions and barbarism. It says we failed at that, but they do have knowledge that they are willing to part with for a price. So that's interesting. So let's go into the contact list here and go up to the Curator Alpha Enclave. It says we can get star charts, we can get an aid in our research, and then it also says we could recruit one of their scientists. But what I'm most intrigued by here at first is the option to tell about the mysteries of the universe. And so they say there are exceedingly powerful entities lurking within the star systems in our galaxy, which we already know, really. And so the next option is to tell me something I don't know, and this will cost me 300 energy credits, but it gives me something in my situation log. So I go to check it out. It's there under Mysteries of the Universe. And I can track this point of interest on the map. So I back on out and zoom out and look around the map. Takes me a second to see exactly what's highlighted, but there it is, kind of pulsing underneath the center of the galaxy there. Let's take a look at this. And it is a large ship of some kind. Looks very intimidating. But I can't get over there. That's in derp space. So there's really no reason for me to track that point of interest. So I'm going to stop tracking that. But I'm not done with the Curators. I'm going to call them back on my space phone and ask them about aiding in my research. So for 1,000 energy credits, they will give us a service for 120 months where all of our science output will increase by 15%, which is pretty good, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I can use all the research I can get at this point. And they tell me that it's a good choice, that future generations of humans will thank me for this decision. Meanwhile, here I am still building my military fleet in preparation to go take on the crystalline entities that are hanging around the Gaia world that I'm interested in colonizing.
Construction complete.
I'm building destroyers for some reason. I got into the ship designer and designed some destroyers and corvettes. Probably a bad design, but we'll find out before long. But here's the system I'm talking about here. The 4 fleets of crystalline entities. And look at this. More communications have been established with yet another spaceport. These are another group of merchant type aliens. So I think this is the 3rd group of merchants that I've met. And they offer the same basic service as the other merchants did. You can buy energy credits, you can buy minerals, and you can also buy I think they're called strategic resources. Yeah. So I'm not interested in any of that right now, but we're still building our fleet here, slowly building toward the time when we can attack those crystalline entities. Back on Core Prime, our spaceport is finished, so we can build our science ship, and then it can go investigate that anomaly, and then hopefully I will be able to terraform Core 2. I imagine the people on Core 2 won't really like it because the derp will eventually crush them. But I might as well exploit the planet for all it's worth while I can.
Construction complete.
But I'm going to go ahead and end this video off here. We're going to go ahead and send our spaceship toward the planet with the anomaly after I assign a scientist to the spaceship, of course. And we'll hope for the best. I'm not even sure what level of anomaly it is, so it might be too high for them to do anything about. Let's take a look at that real fast here. No, it's a research risk of 10%, so that's acceptable. So I'm going to go ahead and leave off here, and we're almost ready to take on the crystalline entities, and we'll find out what this anomaly is and whether we can terraform after this. But for now, I will leave off and say
Construction complete.
Thanks very much for watching.